4.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric? He is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And Ding Dong. Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Thursday, May the 9th of 2024, and it's 6:01 a.m. Oh, look at us. We're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on this Thursday because tomorrow's Friday. And that's really what the point is. It's all about Fridays. It's Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Eric. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. What's wrong with me? I don't know.
Did somebody not get enough sleep?
I don't think anyone has.
I don't know. You know
What is sleep?
I know. It's so strange. Like yesterday, I had Monday off. And it feels like a week I did not have Monday off. And I was just thinking, God, what is with that? Like, we've been doing this for a long time. And there are not many mornings where you're like, I just want to sleep like 2 more hours. That was yesterday. So I was trying to catch up all day yesterday, and I did not. I went to a mattress store because I have to buy a new mattress. And y'all, I swear, I want to just legit really sleep on the mattress because I was so tired.
That would be weird if they're in the store. We've got a woman over on that new Posturepedic over there, and she is sound asleep.
And you know, the man told me, you have to actually lay on this bed you got to give it like a good amount of time. You don't just like get on the bed and then be like, okay, not this one, go to the next one. Because I was looking at Tempur-Pedics, and he was like, you got to give yourself some time. I was the only one in the store, so I laid on that bed.
Give yourself time.
I don't blame you.
Because Tempur-Pedics, if you have one, you got to kind of like sink into it. You can't just lay down on a Tempur-Pedic and then be like, oh, I don't think this is right for me, and then go to the next one. The whole point of a Tempur-Pedic is you kind of sink into it, or maybe you don't. You got to wait and see what happens.
Depends if you get the firmness.
Yeah.
Medium, soft, whatever all that crap they have.
I left there, and you would think somebody had cleaned my clock. I felt so out of sorts because I was like, I've been laying down on these beds too long, and there was like an ergonomic chair I was in. I was like, oh my God.
Last week I got my lumpy taking. They did ultrasound on my nodules and stuff. And
You got to explain to people
Eric
that
has
are
a lump
new.
in his throat.
Yeah, I've had a lump there. Sam found it a couple of years ago. They
Saw it moving when he was talking.
So- kept winking at me.
Sucked some stuff out of it.
It's benign, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not malignant tumor or anything.
Yeah, one's like 5 centimeters, and then the other ones are 1.1.
You have more than one?
I got like 2 wrapped around over this side.
Oh, that is
And
some
the big one
scary
there. That's why
vocabulary.
they want to keep their eye on it. But while she's doing it, it's dark in there. And she's like, turn your head this way. And I'm like, huh? I must have fell asleep. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm like, I have a job that we're up. I'm done. It's like 11:30.
Yeah.
You know, it's in the dark.
Even something as
So
invasive
embarrassing.
as a biopsy on a
wake
lump in
yourself
your
up?
neck was making you fall asleep. That's how sleep
Yeah,
deprived you
because
are.
she's got that thing pushed on your throat, that little you guys use for bellies, for babies.
Yeah, the ultrasound.
Oh, yeah.
Puts that warm jelly on it.
The
Nice and
warm
dark.
jelly. You're like, this is a nice massage.
I know. I was like,
This ain't bad.
I
Yeah.
hate that when you wake yourself up.
Comfortable.
We're on a plane. You get to see people on planes do that.
Oh, I'm that guy.
Oh, you sleep with your mouth open?
Sorry.
That's because you drank.
I'm
bro.
sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, say I'm sorry.
I just start looking right and left and apologizing.
Oh, my
People have
God.
their headphones on, looking at me like, "What are you talking about, bro?" Because to you, it was like the loudest, biggest snort across the entire
noise.
aeroplane.
Here's Kevin waking up.
Do you sleep with your mouth open, Kev? Like you find your mouth has fallen open, you're like, oh.
Absolutely, and I drool.
Oh, you
Like
do?
that's why I kind of like the mask on the airplane because then you can never see me drooling or like mouth breathing.
Yeah, on a plane, you have to smell people's breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did feel a little claustrophobic, like just on the plane. I didn't mind it, when we went to stores and stuff, but for some reason in the plane, it's like you're already enclosed and then,
Yeah.
but the drooling, I know. I'm flying with
Wow.
Santiago tomorrow and I'm like, I wonder
And
if
you
he's
guys
going
sleep
to
on your
sleep on
belly?
it.
I saw some girl
Yeah,
talk about
sometimes.
sleeping on her belly. I'm like, to me, I can tell you're a psychopath.
Nah.
If you sleep always on your belly.
Well, usually on
I
the
used to be
side.
able
It doesn't seem
to.
normal. The belly touching the
Seems
mattress.
so weird.
No, I used to be able to, and I can't now.
Like your face is pushed into the, I don't know.
You have to
Well, you
like,
have
turn
your-
your head.
Yeah, you got to turn your head.
Sam, are you going to look for a seat on on the plane tomorrow, maybe before you get on, that has an empty one next to it?
Well, it's United, so the seat's already picked. I'm not doing Southwest, so I can't just pick my seat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can get back on the United app and be like, oh, okay, let's see what else is going on today.
I guess I could. I didn't think about doing that. I
Rather
always
than
just,
have them riding your lap.
I wish you
the
could
whole
warn
time.
people, like,
I
if you
just do
put
the
baby-
window.
Yes.
Like
I have the
baby.
seat with baby. That way people will be like, no.
Yeah, don't sit by this chick.
That's only Eric, as we know. He put
Let
on
me
Twitter
see.
a picture of a woman with her toddler on the airplane next to him. And
wait
said,
from
great.
Seattle
look
to
at this.
here.
At the time, he had toddlers.
That's a far flight. I never thought Seattle was that far.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 5 hours.
You
That's
And my legs were hurting.
Yeah.
Because I was just tight. I have long legs. Like
Can you move me?
5
No.
hours.
You're
Yeah.
in first class.
I got to get the blood flowing.
Hey, I
wanted
points
to-
for this first class seat.
I wanted to
First
thank-
class,
I
and there's a
wish.
baby in there. I'd be salty.
Well, if I paid first class and a baby was there, I would know.
They have a right to
Well,
take their
yeah.
baby in first class.
Absolutely.
You spent all that money.
Yeah.
You're thinking
That's
this would be the
like
greatest
a
day of my
lot of
life. I
room.
saved up for years.
I was that
time.
person one time, and it was very odd. We missed our flight coming back
They
from
hated
Chicago. Not missed it. They had canceled it. And I've said many times on this show, there is one credit card that my husband and I use everything for. And because we use everything for it, if we fly, which is far and few between, they will upgrade us if there's room. So the only flight that was left, the last flight of the day, only had 3 seats in first class. And I was like, are we allowed to take a 9-month-old in first class? I guess. It's going to be weird. Well, she was only 9 months old, thank God. Because if she was bigger, like a toddler, it would have been over.
Was it the kind where you lay down, or was it the kind that just?
It was just a Chicago flight, so it was
Chicago
regular.
flight, oh.
It was a regular plane with just a little bit more
just
space.
the wider ones.
Yeah, it wasn't even. I don't think there was even a real wall between first class and.
I get that a lot when you go
economy. It was
down to
like a sheer curtain.
Mexico. You see the first class. I'm like, that's not really much of a first class. It's a curtain.
Yeah,
curtain?
and thank God
Like a-
I was.
like a
How old is this plane?
I mean, they all have curtains, but it was like
But you know, there's some
Like you could
United
touch
planes
them.
that are
There's
like
no
the
petition?
new, where it's like the whole hard back
Yeah.
between first class and coach.
a bathroom.
This
there.
one, yeah,
A
this
bulkhead.
one, a bulkhead. This one was just like no frills. And oh my God, I was puckering the entire flight, thinking, oh God, when is she gonna go off? But it was fine. And
didn't
it
do it.
happened, and now I know what it's like to do that. I was like, well, I kept looking like, oh God, this is my baby in first class. This is so embarrassing. Anyway, it was
Hey,
fun.
I wanted to actually thank Roula yesterday. We were talking about something, and I used your words to defend. I used your words to defend myself.
What was it?
You know how sometimes we all get trolled, and a troll can actually ruin your day. Sure. You can get 100 nice comments, and then that one comment just kind of hurts you. This one really hurt because it's actually somebody I was related to, and
That's mean.
made a very snarky, judgmental text to me because I had been at a fundraiser and I got lectured like, that's not real charity. Charity's not about going to galas and fundraisers and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, really?
I mean, it's not a real charity. but-
I'm like, really? Like, and
unless you said like I was working it.
this person knows that I do far more than, like, I'm involved. Like, since my daughter moved away, I've got a lot of free time, and I thought, hey, I've taken more than I've ever given, so let's get more involved. And I'm involved in a lot of different things, but just to be told that, oh, you're just doing it for a photo op, that hurt. You know, that was kind of crappy.
Did they
And-
put LOL?
no, there was
at
no
the end?
LOL to this. And then I remembered what Roula said yesterday. She was talking about how, hey, look, you have to have these things. This is how you generate money. This is how you can actually make a change or a difference.
They need rich people there.
And I actually used your words to defend myself. And then I got done with it, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to defend myself. It's like you can't please some people, it seems like, no matter what you do.
Maybe that person's having a bad day.
I don't know. But
That's why I start thinking that way because I get so mad at people that I'm like, well, maybe I'm just their punching bag right now. If that makes them feel good, I'm not going to punch down. But
yeah.
usually I punch down.
You do.
I want to try and be
And
better.
you really go hard too.
Yeah.
It just seems like
Eric goes
I'm gonna knock
0 to
you out.
100.
it seems like it takes so little effort to say something nice to somebody and so much effort to write a really nasty long diatribe against somebody.
I thought your gala pictures were your engagement photo pictures because the way that y'all were like,
I just took a picture, you know. Look, I took a picture of my fiance
I didn't
because
see
I'm
these.
proud of
What are
her,
they?
and she does a lot of nice, wonderful things. And it was just something that I went because she never ever.
But it was pictures
Takes
of
credit.
when he's talking about that y'all are together, like somebody was taking pictures of y'all.
like
Smiling.
mid
Like-
like
Oh yeah, yeah.
mid
yeah.
like.
Those are some friends that were sitting at a table. That's all.
Is that how Ryan
Yeah,
laughs?
that's how I heard. I could just hear them going.
Laughs like that.
I don't know, but
She gave me too loud laughing at a charity
yeah.
a charity event.
Oh no,
It's
no.
serious.
That was a fun event.
Now laugh.
You know, it's like
Well, how about this for fun, my friends? We always
Are you
say
sure it wasn't Kevin that wrote the Facebook comment?
I know.
He has an alien.
This is turning
He doesn't
towards
know.
me.
We're going to give away a lot of fun things today. And for our 6 o'clockers, we've got some tickets for New Kids on the Block. They're going to be here at Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. It's their Magic Summer 2024 tour, their original Magic Summer tour.
It's like their 10th tour in a row.
I think it's like 22nd.
They're
How many
smart.
tours?
They,
I think
every
they've had
summer
like 22nd tours.
I feel like they're touring
22
all the
tours.
time.
So we'll give you a chance to win. Those coming up next. Here's your weather for today, guys.
Oh boy, it looks like we might be getting some bad weather. Lots of clouds. No, actually, I'm wrong. I'm mixing up the days.
When's the bad weather coming?
I'm sorry, what?
You said bad weather?
Let's
Rewind and
rewind.
scratch
Yeah,
that.
bad weather's
I was
coming?
reading-
What?
I was reading a headline earlier this morning, but I'm not seeing it.
This is for his Germany weather again.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that time we was in Berlin?
that one time when I was on the wrong
That is
city.
on stone.
Here, we'll just
No,
look
it does look like heavy clouds today.
We'll just look at the iPhone. What does your
High in the-
iPhone tell you is going to
High
happen
in the
today?
low 90s. Right now, it's 78 degrees.
And real quick, I do want to mention that are we going to do that on the way coming back in, Sam, or do we have it later in the hour? The new Post Malone.
Nope, we're going to play right before we go to Scoop.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
So Post Malone and
This is
Morgan
huge.
Wallen have a new song, and it is only released to radio first. We were just saying the other day how you can go to Spotify and all. Nope, you can only get it on
I don't
the
think
radio.
this has ever happened.
We're out in Argus.
Since social media has been around.
Yes, yes.
Spotify and Apple and that.
Yeah.
So the new Post Malone Morgan Wallen song was going to come up on the other side.
We're going to play it a lot, right?
Of these very important
hour.
messages.
Every
Yeah,
hour.
every hour.
I think it should
Until
be every
midnight.
song. We should just play it.
Just
every
one song all
You're
morning
gonna
long.
hate that. Stop it.
I'd love doing that.
Every single song is going to be that song.
Just play
all
it
day
every song.
long. Starting next on the Roula Ryan Show.
I am proud to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
I really like that song, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. I had some help. It was only released to radio before they are going to release it to any kind of streaming services. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen play every morning, every
It's the
hour
only way
this
you can
morning.
hear it. You can't buy it right now.
It's a really fun song. That's a really just like a good vibe song. I like it a lot. I had some help.
It's a summer song.
Had some help. It is a summer song. It makes you feel ready for the summer. Why are you laughing at the text screen?
Because some people are mean.
No,
I like it
girls.
because I like it's fun and upbeat.
I think it's
I'm
fun.
so-
Yes.
Oh,
Just like
I didn't.
Oh
realize.
my God.
I was waiting after COVID. Like I thought, we're gonna have so many just fun, upbeat songs. We're
didn't.
out. We're ready. It's like everything went the other way.
Yeah.
Even more
A lot of
depressing.
depressing,
there was
slow songs.
like real full transparency.
I like slow songs too, but I'm just saying.
There was a time after COVID where I was like, where are the songs that have some life to them? Because
Yep.
everything was like real slow.
It's like Billie Eilish. I like her.
And I'm
The
like, oh
Barbie
my
song
gosh,
was
what is happening?
I felt like we needed
Where is everything?
we needed a Bruno Mars infusion or something like that after COVID. You know, something or
We
just
didn't get it.
uptown funk type stuff.
or just some
Wait
new
a
artists
minute.
that perform faster stuff.
Yeah.
I like. Good job, Post.
I had some
Posty.
help. Yeah, I had some help. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. Okay, so New Kids in the Block coming back to Houston. This time at the Cynthia Woods and Mitchell Pavilion. They're going to be here July the 13th. It is the Magic Summer 2024 tour. Gosh, Eric, didn't we interview Jordan Knight like 6 months ago for this?
Oh yeah, was it for this
On
one or was
Zoom
it for
this
last
one.
year?
It's for this one. Because he said in the summertime we're doing the Magic Summer Tour
Oh yeah, 'cause
again
you talked about because it's gonna be like when's he coming? August?
in July at
July.
Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion.
Oh yeah, we talked about you're gonna be all swampy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't be the
We're
wearing
like,
those
how
leather
many
pants there,
fans do
buddy.
y'all have on the stage over
And
there?
if you're sitting on the grass, you want to just bring a big lump of ice.
You just sit on it.
Just sit on
Gonna
it.
get 713-390-KRBE. If you're a nurse about to do the shift change and you're in your car waiting, well, can I win some tickets? We'll try and be caller 12 right now. 713-390-KRBE. And we'll hook you up with those tickets. Every hour today, we have something fun to give away. We've got a Mother's Day dinner and Sugarland Med Spa package to give away. We've got the 8 o'clock keyword for the Taylor Swift Flyaway to give away today. We've got Megan Trainor tickets. She's also coming to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell
nice.
Pavilion, but she'll be here in
Lie.
October, not July.
Smart.
And Megan Trainor, oh yeah, I was thinking, what I see her, whoever her PR people are, they're doing a pretty good job for her because the rumors are she's going to replace Katy Perry on American Idol.
I could totally see that
would
because
work.
I've been watching. Well, I've been watching this last season.
Have you?
Which is yes. For some reason, I know Eric. Stop.
What?
I have been watching it because. Santiago loves music, and so he loves watching it. Like that's the only show that he actually will kind of like
He's like
dance
the voice
around.
with the
No,
cheers go around.
but they keep having her like sprinkled in for
Yeah.
everything, so that makes perfect
she was
sense.
she was part of American Idol Australia
oh,
she was.
really?
last year.
Oh, she
So it
won't.
makes sense
I
for
don't
her.
think she did this year, but she did last year.
And she's going to go on tour. and she's done a book about motherhood. She's done a lot of different things.
Because they need a female judge.
Yes. And she's really like whimsy. Like she could be real whimsy and colorful and put her in different kinds of outfits and stuff like Katy Perry's different stuff. And she does the song. I told you guys I watched Unfrosted on Netflix. It's the story of the Pop-Tart versus Post versus Kellogg's. The basis is the truth. Everything else has been fictionalized, but it's huge power players in this movie. I mean, every single person that comes into the scene, you're like, oh my God, that's so fun. That person's in this movie.
A lot of big actors.
Oh my God, everybody. Every comedian everybody's in this movie. They do a really good job with it. And Meghan Trainor does the theme song at the end. They don't show her, but I thought it would have been perfect if they showed her because her videos are kind of whimsy. I was telling Eric that Unfrosted is like a colorful movie.
Gotcha.
About the Post versus Kellogg cereal war of this toaster pastry and who's going to win this battle. And so
lots of bright colors and
it almost feels like I hate to say it's not Tim Burton-ish at all because he's dark. But you know how Tim Burton, when he did like Willy Wonka or he does like Beetlejuice or something, it's all like claymation. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks like a happy, like bright set and it just moves real fast. And I don't know. If you've not seen Unfrosted on Netflix, I give it a thumbs up. I don't know why I got bad reviews, but I liked it. And she does the theme song and I thought she would come out at the end because as they're doing the theme song in the end, the theme song is running while they're doing all the outtakes.
Okay.
And that's the best part of a comedy.
Did Pop-Tarts have a jingle? I don't remember that.
No, we're talking about the theme.
It's just their theme song.
It's just like a theme song for the movie. It's like
Okay.
she's singing it out, and they're showing like all these different things. Especially Melissa McCarthy, y'all. She is amazing how she riffs and ad-libs so much stuff. And what was the movie where she was going after?
Oh, the kids with Paul Rudd. It was
that This Is 40? Was that This Is 40?
Yeah,
where she was playing like the...
She was in that?
She was like a Karen type.
She was like a Karen parent
in the principal's office.
Who'd gone to the principal's office with Paul Rudd, and she is ripping into this principal, and every single word she was saying was completely ad-lib. She did not have a script. She's something else. Anyway, I liked it a lot. Okay, speaking of movies that are funny.
You are right, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a story today in the Hollywood Reporter about Rebel Wilson saying that when Bridesmaids came out, Rebel Wilson did Night at the Museum 2 or 3. Which one was it? The number 2, I think, when they go over to the UK because she's the security guard that lets in the truck. She was in Bridesmaids, and she was such an awkward character. She was pitch perfect.
She was
such an awkward character in Bridesmaids.
What was her character in that one?
She was Kristen Wiig's roommate that's so weird.
And she was just on the
I
couch.
got this free tattoo today. And then she's bent over with this like infected tattoo and she's trying to put peas on it, but she actually opens the bag and rolls them on her back.
Yes.
And she's being such a weirdo.
It was like her first like big role.
Yes. And
Hilarious.
she said that in 2011 when Bridesmaids came out, she only got $3,500
for that.
That's
role.
it?
That's all she got.
$3,500?
And that movie, I personally think is a classic. Like, I love Bridesmaids. I would watch that probably every day.
I could probably watch parts of it every day, like the scene of Kristen Wiig on like Xanax trying to get into first class is so ridiculous. I feel like she ad-libbed all that too.
Love the cop.
Oh yeah,
that Scottish cop guy.
I feel like it moved a little too slow. I remember watching it in the theater, Sam, and I was like, why is this moving so slow? I have such high hopes that it'd be a fast comedy, and part of it just dragged on. I was like, why is this taking so long to make me laugh? But the parts that hit are like the airplane, Melissa McCarthy trying to out her real-life husband's character as an air marshal, and then, the whole Kristen Wiig Xanax thing in first class. The bathrooms.
I
Like,
hate
it's
that
happening, it's
scene.
happening, it's happening.
They all sing together.
Yeah, exactly. With Wilson Phillips. So $3,500 is what Rebel Wilson got for that role. She said that she lost money on that film because she spent part of that money to join the Screen Actors Guild, and then she had to buy her own outfit for the premiere of Bridesmaids, and she basically made no money. She said just buy her dress for the premiere, put her in the negative column.
Oh, wow.
That's so funny.
Wow.
For years, Tiffany Haddish would wear that white dress she wore at the Oscars. She wore it to every single thing she could wear because she said, I had to pay a lot of money for this dress. And I wore it to the Academy Awards. I'll wear it every other time.
Why wouldn't you?
She does.
It's Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. You have to keep doing it.
I mean, we're normal people, and I don't want to get.
But even people do that.
photographed in the same
Like,
dress.
if you go to the different galas or weddings and stuff, you don't wear this. Oh,
No.
my friend's going to that one. Crap, they saw me in that dress. I can't
Right,
wear
you
it.
gotta do something
Right?
different.
There's a world that none of y'all even realize has been spinning in this city and many other cities all the time because it's not your world. But people who go to charity events all the time, they have people who will consult them to know who's wearing what dress to that event, so you don't show up in the same one or you don't show up what she wore the last one. It's true. You think about it. I mean, Ryan, you just said you go to all those events. the chicks that are there they're seeing each other the same. You're going to see the same faces all the time.
Yeah,
and they
I
have
do.
outfits they have to wear that are not going to match somebody else from the last one.
Yeah, that face hasn't changed in like 40 years. It's all pulled back and nice and tight and paid for.
And so I think so Tiffany Haddish did what's the David Letterman Netflix series introducing David Letterman or
Oh, my next guest.
My next guest. The last time Tiffany Haddish wore that white dress, she said, "This is probably going to be the last time I wear it because I'm starting to not fit in it anymore." Oh. Because she wore that dress as much as she could, the dress she wore to the Oscars. Because she's like, "I paid a lot for this dress. I'm going to wear it everywhere."
That's funny.
It's funny.
Someone said that's more than I make in a month, $3,500. But we're talking about Hollywood. Like, we think they all make.
You have to understand how much. Like, my daughter is in this right now in Los Angeles, so you've got to join SAG-AFTRA, the union. If you don't join, you are not allowed to work. And those dues that you pay are so high that if you're not making this money, like $3,500, that's going to probably be her SAG union dues right there.
Like 98% of them.
So she's making zero money.
They don't make money. You know, when I moved to Philadelphia, Eric, and I the whole world was new to me, like doing morning radio, and you had to join the union there.
Yeah, in Philly.
And there was a union rep at our radio station. One of the DJs was the union rep. And they gave me this binder, like a legit binder for AFTRA.
Getting sick. I'm in here.
Like,
join the union.
And they're like, here it is. It's $600. You're going to give us $600 for blah, blah, blah. And I was like, $600?
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to give you $600 for what?
Yeah, what do they guarantee? A certain salary?
No, they did not.
They don't guarantee how much. It's a shakedown, dude.
Well, I didn't know that I could have used them to negotiate what they were going to pay me before I took the job, because how would I know? Nobody told me that. Hey, guess what? The people at the radio station said, guess what? You're going to join the union. Do you want to call them before we negotiate your salary to come here? They didn't tell me that. And so then once I got there, and the AFTRA rep called me after the guy was like, come on, did you call AFTRA? You got to join AFTRA. You got to join AFTRA. Because now SAG-AFTRA are together. But back then it was just AFTRA, American Federation for Radio Television Artists. And it was $600. It felt so giant to cut them a $600 check for, and I didn't even know what they were going to give me.
You had to pay your dues. Now, they would guarantee you things?
I don't think it was a month. There was a monthly. No, I think it was an annual. But
I did a monthly in New York.
But then I got a phone call from this girl, and I was like, wait a second, how come I didn't know about you before I signed up for this job?
Man.
So then the next year, she helped me negotiate for what I was going to get paid, because they were sorely
I used to have people
underpaying
that
me.
you couldn't even turn their mic on.
Yeah.
The person's job was just turn the mics on, move the mic for you. Like the DJ couldn't do that stuff.
Isn't
I never
that
knew what
crazy?
Teamsters were until I
Basically
moved
my
there.
position.
Yeah, you'd be
you
like,
know.
you're a
Let me
union-
go move the mic for you.
Yeah, can you move this to the left a little bit?
Just kidding.
And then you should see concert venues too, because they would they had a curfew. If you stepped 1 minute over, it was like a $25,000 fine.
Because union
So
guys
not
got to
what
work
Sam's doing
overtime.
right now, wrapping up her arm work. Sam's constantly wrapping up in her arms.
Thank you.
What's the muscle
Been working
here
on it.
in the flag part of your arm? What's that muscle? This is
The
your
tricep?
tricep.
Your
No, this
tricep.
is your tricep
No,
here.
your biceps up here, triceps
Yeah.
back here.
Yeah, it's either by or
So what's
try.
on the side?
Oh, that's
more of
my
a
It's all
tricep. That's
connected?
my wing.
It's all
That's supposed to be
connected.
fat.
Yeah.
Well,
the tricep has a couple
Bice-
muscles.
Well,
doesn't it?
whatever that is, Sam's never going to
Right.
get that because she waves her arm so much. Okay, so coming up next, we're going to check in with some listener line calls. It's Nurses Appreciation Week. It's Teachers Appreciation Week. Is it Correctional Officers Appreciation Week also?
I believe it is.
Do we get any jail calls?
Didn't get any of those.
Some
No
jail
jail
mail
calls.
to
Not for a
give
while.
them some props to their favorite guards? That could
That
happen.
would be. Oh yeah,
That could happen.
That
man.
could happen,
You
but
left me bring
happen.
contraband
I don't think
in?
we gotten any
We'll go
of
through your
those.
calls
Let's
next on
make
the
shanks.
Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh, screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know-nothing. Really?
Really? Really?
One KRB.
That's right.
All right, that number.
713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on the phone. And it is Correctional Officers Appreciation Week. And I joked, did we get any jail mail that's a snail mail of somebody who's incarcerated and wants to shout out the guard they love?
They do the toughest job, man.
What if they texted us and they're like, yeah, you know,
They have a
smuggle this
contraband
phone
phone.
in.
Burner phone in
Because
my
this
cell.
Just want to shout out Bobby.
Yeah, this person says
In
this
cell
is the
block
job that no
D.
one sees or thinks about, which is true. We don't see it, and we don't really want to think about what that person has to see every day
Oh, yeah.
or deal with every day.
It'd be dangerous,
We did
especially
have
because
a-
they can find those prisoners can find out your life story, find out your family,
Yes.
and there's ways they could have their gang. There's,
Oh.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It really is.
We had a girl that called our show years ago. She would drive from Katy to Huntsville
to work.
as a correctional officer.
That
or
is a long drive.
was she a former intern or something? How did we know this girl's story? Because I remember I visualized I-10 when she told us how far she drives.
That's over an hour, easy.
But you can make
More
good
than
money.
that, honey.
Yeah, but without traffic, it's an hour.
To go to Huntsville?
Yeah.
From Katy? That is
that's
way
like
more than
90
an
minutes
hour.
at least.
Yeah,
can
and she was a
retire
correctional
earlier.
officer. She was real small.
You got a government job, so you got the good benefits and stuff, and you can get the hell out of there. At a certain age, you don't have to be.
Yeah, but is it
65.
worth it? I feel like that's a really high stress job, just like a cop job.
But then sometimes it's hard because you're like, my buddy would be up in the sniper rifle.
He's up in the tower?
And he's like, the middle of the night, he's like, just trying to stay awake.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's got to be nerve-wracking.
No posters allowed in the cells.
Oh, yeah, like in Shawshank.
No, it's Shawshank Redemption.
Did you see Shawshank Redemption? No posters allowed on your walls.
I keep telling you I'm obsessed with that show, The Rookie.
Bouncing
I
around.
know the cops, and I'm like, I know like
They've
everything
been
now.
rookies for like 8 years
I am
now.
a cop.
I'm basically
I've
a cop
watched
at
6
this
seasons
point.
of cop shows, which makes me basically a cop. Okay.
That's what everyone thinks.
All right, so it's not
Alright.
just that. It's
I'm
also
obsessed, y'all.
Teachers Appreciation Week. It's Nurses Appreciation Week, and we got a few calls about the nurses.
Hi, my name is Eva, and I was just calling to shout out to a nurse that touched my life almost 8 years ago. I was delivering my daughter at Texas Women's Hospital, and I was very nervous, first-time mom. My parents had gotten the whooping cough shot, and they both got sick, so they couldn't be there with me. I was a single mom delivering my first child, and this nurse was incredible. She looked like a baby, fresh out of nursing school, 22 years old, just had her bachelor's. Her name is Heather Emily Ward. She was an angel. I had really bad blood pressure issues. They were about to take me for an emergency C-section. She kicked everyone out of my room, got my blood pressure under control, and I was able to have a natural birth. I think 9 months later, I noticed her name tag in one of my pictures because my best friend was taking all the pictures of my daughter being born and stuff. And I reached out to her and sent her pictures, and I had like the most heartfelt note of how she just made that whole experience so amazing for me. And she said she was in her car crying, and it just made her day and made her week. And you are amazing, and you're touching lives, and just keep doing everything that you're doing.
See,
Aw,
just a
that's
kind
so
word
great.
can
Yep.
make somebody's day.
Awesome.
Eva, thanks for calling.
That is like
about
one of the most
Heather.
stressful
Yes.
things ever.
And I'm telling you,
delivering a baby.
labor and delivery nurses are life
Oh my
because they really
gosh,
do boss around. Like they will say to you, because there are things you want to say even in front of your own mate or your family, and they're like, "Do you want me to make this person leave? I'll make this person
Yep.
leave."
What do you need?
Like,
How do
whatever
we make you
need,
the most
whatever
comfortable?
you need.
Yeah.
They're waiting for it. They're
Just
all,
half wink
My
at me and
sister-in-law
they're
just
outta here.
finally is doing that. She just passed all of her nursing classes and now
Oh, good.
is doing that in Pennsylvania.
That's awesome.
I know her name's Trisha. She doesn't listen, but love you, Trish.
Kind of leads me to the
Your
next
mom does,
call.
and she can
My
tell
mom
her that
doesn't.
counts.
You're very proud of her. On Monday, we were talking about who you're proud of, and this woman really wanted to get through on the line. So let's play her call.
I am so proud of my son, Ellis. He is my firstborn, and I'm so impressed by him. He will be graduating on Thursday with a bachelor's degree from U of H in public health and a minor in biology. He is in the pre-med track. He will be graduated with a 4.0. I'm so impressed by that kid. I'm so amazed by all he has accomplished, at least in his young years. And I just want to tell him I am so proud of him. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
That's sweet.
Aw, Ellis,
Mama
congratulations, go
Today's the day.
Goats! Woo-hoo! That's so
A lot of
great. I know.
graduations today.
It is college graduation
A week.
weekend, y'all, all over the country. It's college graduation weekend, which is very exciting time, especially if you are a couple credits short and you're just hoping they call your name. That actually happened to me. I could walk, but I wasn't done. And it was so stressful. I was allowed to walk in May, but I had 3 credits left. It was one class.
I remember walking and thinking, oh man, they're going to send me something in the mail. It says
It was a
I have
mistake.
one credit left. I don't know why, for some reason, I didn't believe I was graduating. Because your whole life, you think about it. From 8th grade, you're like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I want to do as a grown up.
And then reality sets in,
stressed. Yeah, then
and
it's
you're
done.
like, oh, crap.
And then you have the post-graduation freak out thinking, wait a second. So now I'm really an adult?
Yes.
Like, it's one thing when you graduate high school, because I was like, oh, yay, you're going to college, 4 years. And then you graduate college, and you're like, wait a second. I don't make any money. I can't afford an apartment yet, but apparently I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
And then
So
it's
great.
6 months, there comes your first pay.
Oh,
for
yeah, the
your student
deferments
loans.
are over.
Man.
Hey, let's get to a misheard lyric here.
Hey guys, the song Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone, there's a lyric that says, I love you, it's ruining my life. My first time hearing it, I didn't know that she said, it's ruining my life. To me, it sounded like she said, I love you, it's Roula and Ryan. So now that's stuck in your head. You can't hear it any other way.
What? Are we playing that this morning?
It's in the chorus. All my mornings are Mondays stuck in an endless February. I took a miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary. And I love you. It's ruining my life. I love you. It's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. I touched you, but I touched you.
I touched you.
This is the
Did you touch me?
Poet's Department read along spoken word. That is the chorus there. I love you and it's ruining my life. He thinks
it's Roula and Ryan.
Roula and Ryan. That's funny.
What's that one song we used to play at? I said Roula.
Oh, that's Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rulers. Kevin brought us that song when we had first started playing it, but I don't think we'd heard it in the mornings yet.
No.
Does this song has your name in it? And I was like, it does?
Yes, I'm driving around. I heard it probably on one of my little queer stations, and and they're because they break stuff like that from the UK. I'm like, oh my god, they're saying your name over and over and over again. I hope that we play this.
It was called Royals, and we
did
play it a lot. But that's how the iPhone changes my name. If you text us at 37530,
Royal.
Many times it says Royal. What was that thing you were talking about, Royal?
Royal.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so after months of controversy surrounding the Houston Police Department's practice of suspending cases, and this was all due to short staffing, a big revelation came out about Chief Troy Finner. He just resigned. So they said an email discussing one of those cases in 2018 was the final straw. Mayor Whitmire said this was the final straw. Since February, the police department has been investigating its own practice of closing some 264,000 cases in the last 8 years because they just had a lack of personnel. When Finner announced the investigation, he said he did not learn of the practice until 2021. But then along comes this email of him in 2018, and his name is on it, and he's responded. So, oops, something wasn't right there. The mayor said that he and Finner had a dialogue that ended with the chief making the decision to retire on his own, and it was a tough decision for him to accept. Larry Satterwhite, a longtime assistant chief, is been named the acting chief of police. So there was a little scandal there. As parts of the Houston area began to clean up after last week's flooding, scammers are out there, y'all. They're waiting to prey on vulnerable families, and they're saying what you've got to look out for if you get a phone call. Real agents will not ask for money or account information. If you get a phone call about an insurance claim or policy, do not give out your information until you verify it's legit. So if somebody says, hey, I'm here from Allstate or State Farm or something, hang up the phone with them and then call your agent and find out.
I keep getting one.
Don't believe that.
We sent you the letter in the mail. Every day I get this lady or person from Dallas.
I've been getting Venmo every single day.
Oh, no.
Like someone
Every
sending you a
single day.
Venmo?
Don't
No,
What does the lady say to you, Eric?
Yeah.
They text you or they call you?
They call me. I just read the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
on
you
the
read text.
message.
Yeah.
And what is she
Oh,
claiming
yeah.
to be part of?
I don't even know.
Mine's like press
I'm so
one
paranoid,
if
like, I
you
don't
were
even
doing
wanna
this
listen-
transaction.
find it.
Press one.
While you're
That's
looking
it.
for that, by the way, if
Yeah.
you want to donate to relief efforts, make sure you're giving to a well-known charity and verify all contact information. They'll sometimes send you texts, hey, would you like to donate to this cause? And they'll claim that they're from an organization. Whatever you want to do, just go to that organization's website and connect through there. Don't ever connect through a link on a text. Ever, ever, ever. You find it, Eric?
No. I think I delete them right away.
that
Don't want on my phone.
Yeah. I don't want that on here.
I still think it's because I used to get I got a ticket in Dallas like in 2001. And sometimes I get a thing. I guess I didn't pay all of it off or something.
You think you've got a 23-year-old standing warrant
so sometimes
for
I
a
get
traffic
this
ticket?
lawyer firm would send me an email saying, you have to take care of this. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's a big new scam,
It was
too.
23 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
then one night you're going to be out with your
arrested.
Yeah, you'll be with your kids, and then they'll pull you over.
There's Eric on Cops.
24 years ago.
Bad boy.
I always knew it would happen.
I think it's one of those things I was supposed to pay more, and then you take that course.
Oh, the drivers.
Defensive driving.
Oh,
And I think I didn't take the course, and maybe I didn't pay the $40.
Chasing you down for $22.
Yeah.
$22.
23 years
I
ago.
think you have the money, Eric, to pay for $22.
Well, he does, but that's the thing. Like, you don't even
I don't
know.
even know now, though,
because
these
everything's
lawyers,
a scam.
I think it's a scam with
Oh,
these lawyers.
yeah.
There
They
is a
go through
scam.
the files.
They do.
They pay like their little interns and clerks and that to go in there and then find all these cases, and then they just send out a billion of those
Threatening.
letters
sure.
threatening, and then they get like 10% back, and they make money.
Exactly right.
Well, to
Bottom
take
feeders.
driver's ed, because I just got a red light ticket, it was $144 plus the cost of the course, and the ticket itself was probably $244.
Keeps your insurance down? Is that what it is?
Yes, it will actually help with that. So I guess you could be getting a small discount. I don't know if it's worth it though. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be I'm gonna go take it to the jury.
If you've got a ticket,
jury trial. I'm gonna do a jury trial and defend myself.
Oh boy,
You're gonna lose
so
The
bad.
red light ticket, Your Honor. I find that the
I
defense
object
counsel
to all these objections.
is compromised. I need to
objecting.
change a venue.
You should do it all.
Sam,
Yes,
by the way,
and the
losing.
DA's. I'm going to find out that the DA's daughter listens to a different radio station, and I'm going to say they're as biased because I am a public figure, and you've heard me before.
sidebar, somebody wants to warn everyone out there, since Sam mentioned Venmo, be careful with Venmo. So this texter had somebody, quote, send them money on Venmo, then ask them to send money back because they did it on accident. 2 days later, the money the person sent was sucked out of my account, and I'd sent it back to them already, so it was double. So it was scammed out of several $100s.
You send me the money. Sorry, sucker.
Ignore. Okay, coming up next, Roula and Ryan's Roses. If you have questions in your relationship, you think your mate might be cheating, we're going to find out the answers next on KRBE.